Neymar will betray Messi for a transfer to Manchester City. Zidane said yes to Dybala's transfer to Real. We are talking about this and many other things today. Friends, make yourself comfortable and put your royal like under the video. I wish you na zdorovie and let's start. Barcelona wants to sell Philippe Coutinho in the January transfer window. The financial problems of the Catalan grandee are on the agenda at every meeting of the club management. To fill the missing coins in the piggy bank, the bosses of the Blaugrana decide to sell their top-class player Phil Coutinho, writes Sport Edition. According to the source, Barcelona offered the service of the Brazilian midfielder to their friends from Juventus. Recently, the clubs have developed good relations. A spectacular example of confirmation of which is the summer exchange of Arthur for Pjanic. But the high price of Coutinho could be a serious obstacle to his transfer to Turin. You understand that Barcelona will not sell a football player bought for about 150 million for a rock-bottom price. Therefore, a deal seems unlikely. However, the fact that the Catalans are ready to part with such a valuable player tell us that Barcelona have even more serious problems than we thought. I didn't even think that they would want to sell Coutinho, who had just begun to show some results. Of course, these are rumors. It is unlikely that Barcelona will carry out a serious personal shake-up until a new club president is elected, but you should notice that potentially the Catalans are on the verge of financial ruin. Inter is not going to give up and plans to exchange Eriksson come hell or high water. This is not the first time we hear the Milan trying to get rid of their most unsuccessful transfer of recent years. They strongly want to exchange Zidane for at least someone. According to Todo Fichajes, Eriksson is likely go to Paris, while Angel Di Maria will go in the opposite direction. The good relationship between Inter Milan and PSG may once again contribute to a new transfer. According to the source, the Parisians would like to renew the contract with their forward, but the Argentinian prefers to have more regular playing practice, what forces him to go in search of new club. Nerazzurri is open to get such a top-rated player, who is thoroughly Di Maria. Therefore, the probability of such of exchange is very high. On the other hand, if you put any footballer in the place of Di Maria, you could say with exactly the same confidence that the changes are great. Perhaps Eriksson should just wait for Conte to leave Milan. After all, he doesn't fit poorly with Antonio's tactics, while with Allegri he can quite find a common ground. Being a Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp has won all the trophies you can dream of. What is worse, only the first in 30 years victory in the English Premier League. But the German realized that his time in the Merseyside is coming to an end, the Spanish media writes. He told his close friends that he intends to take sabbatical at the end of the season. According to the source, Klopp never thought that his career in England would last very long. And everything goes to the fact that the current campaign will be the last for the German specialist at the helm of the British. So far, the coach plans to focus on the team's performance in the Premier League and Champions League, and only towards the end of the season he wants to make an official announcement about his departure from Liverpool. Very sad news for Red fans. After all, it was with Klopp that the club experienced the brightest events of the last 15 years, winning the Champions League and the Premier League title. Even a defeat in the Champions League and European finals or the championship race against City will remain in the hearts of Liverpool fans for a long time. It's difficult to believe that Klopp can really leave the team, because he still has unfinished work and unbroken records. But deep inside, I understand that such a situation is quite likely. If we recall the words of the German specialist about his unwillingness to leave the club against the background of the team's unsuccessful results. But now that the club has reached its peak, why not live with flying colors? But again, I hope this is just the rumors and Klopp will be like Wenger for Arsenal or Ferguson for Manchester United. Very interesting news came to us from the capital of France. According to the portal Don Ballon, Neymar may continue his career at Manchester City. In Paris insists on extending the contract with the Brazilian, but the player himself is not sure about the advisability of continuing his career in France. The fact is that the numbers of the club doesn't see prospect. He is tired of collecting all the internal titles every year and going without money in the European arena. He wants something more. Therefore, he is considering offers from other clubs. In turn, Manchester City is looking for alternatives in case Lionel Messi's transfer suddenly fails. Manchester sympathizes with the Brazilian, who has repeatedly stated that he lacks the competitiveness. Well, of course I wouldn't like it. You know, playing in such a championship is a doubtable pleasure. Neymar is still waiting for the decision of the president of PSG, Nasser El-Khelaifi. Maybe he will offer the Brazilian a contract more profitable than the current one, which will make him stay at Paris. Even so, there is no competition or prospects. Well, we realized a long time ago that Junior is greedy for money. At one time, he left the prime-time Barcelona, ostensibly to get out of Messi's shadow. But in the end, he got into a golden cage from which it turned out to be even more difficult to get out. Zidane agreed to transfer the Juventus star from Turin. At the moment, the Italian media with Wijnaldum and Mane is discussing a potential exchange of players between Real Madrid and Juventus. According to media reports, Luka Jovic will move to Turin, while Paulo Dybala will go to conquer the Iberian Peninsula. Bianconeri will pay 15 million euros a year for the transfer of a Serb, which I personally consider to be an overpriced at 5 times the price. But never mind. And the Merengues will give the 60 million for transfer of the Argentinian, that the teams will simply exchange, and Real will give 10 million more. Juventus now needs to find a replacement for Alvaro Morata, who clearly want to be able to run from A to Z all season. In Turin's believes that the Serbian forward can be excellent alternative to his Spanish counterpart. In turn, the management of the Madrid team is confident that Dybala is in a great condition and he can return to the elite of world football. The head coach of the Real, Zidane, understands the whole class of the Argentinian and has no doubts that he will perfectly fit into the team. It is reported that the deal will be closed in January. Friends, another video is over. Thank you for watching. My name is Kirill Kast and this was your daily dose of football. Johanga, friends.